it is 10 o'clock here on Channel 49 TV News. Every single night, we're going to be doing our news to let you know what is going on in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and across the globe. We're going to talk about even some international news, and we're going to have different people on the show to talk to us about what is going on. Every night at 10 o'clock, we stop the news, we stop everything, because we know you guys have been entertained all day, but it's important that you know what is going on in the news, and that's going to start it's really going to start tomorrow night, and we'll be talking about why this is so important. As you know, we've been talking about this. Early voting for the runoff election will be coming up on November. Coming up on May the 24th through June the 1st. We need to make sure that we get everybody out there to vote. We got a chance right now, you all, to make a difference in this community. I'm gonna be talking about that tonight. We're only gonna be on for 28 minutes, and after that, we'll be going off the air. But we'll be coming on every single night at 10 o'clock, and we'll give you inside scoop. We'll be talking to candidates. We'll be talking to just different people that is making a difference. It is important that we bring out and let the community know what is going on, because it is important that we get the word out and let people know. We're going to be doing a lot of different stuff on the 10 o'clock news. We'll be interviewing, like I say, important people, giving you a breath on what's happening in the news. Because again, I said it and I say it again, it is important that we get the right people elected in office. As you know, we have an opportunity now, y'all, to get the first African American mayor. Will Deborah Peoples get the mayor position? Because it's looking good for her. Of course, Maddie Parker, who is also running up against her, spending millions of dollars on campaign ad. But you know what? It's letting me know right there that it don't matter how much money you got when it comes down to what is going on. I believe what is going on with Maddie Parker is because the Fort Worth Police Department is backing her. A lot of people are looking at this like, wait a minute, if the Fort Worth Police Department is backing her, why in the world would we want to vote for someone like that who is being backed up by the police department? That's a big problem right there. As I've been telling people for a while, is that when it comes down to the community, the people in Fort Worth are frustrated with all the killing that's going on. So when people see something like the police is backing Maddie Parker, a lot of people are like, wait a minute. Now, my son was murdered. They say now all these kids come up dead across the country, and young people, and it's just so much going on that you have to look at it like, if Maddie Parker gonna be for the community. A lot of people, and I'm gonna tell you what a lot of people see. A lot of people see that Bessie Price did not do a great job in Fort Worth. Let's be real. The majority of the citizens are saying that we cannot allow this woman to be the same as Bessie Price. Come on, y'all. This is one of the biggest problems that we're having in Fort Worth. Let me make sure I put this up right. They can make me word this. I normally like to wear my microphone. But this is the reason I believe that Bessie Price may not win. She has not been, Maddie Parker has not been backed by a lot of people. And I think what's going on too is a lot of people are angry, upset, and confused of what Maddie Parker really focused on. Then you have people like Ann Zeta. I had a chance to say one thing to Ann Zeta, and one of the biggest things I asked her. I asked Ann Zeta this. I said, if you become the mayor, will you keep the same city manager? You know what her answer was? Her answer was yes. I would keep him because he's a good city manager. There you go. The answer that I was looking for, because she's not going to tell you unless you ask her. And this right here tells us right now that the people in Fort Worth are ready for real change. And that's why it's important. And I tell everybody this, it's important for us to vote the right people in office. Let's get the right people working and the right people ready to make it happen. What do you say? Because we must be the change. We can't talk about change and we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing to make the change happen. So people, what I'm saying to you, it is a wake-up call for Fort Worth. And this is what's happening right here in Fort Worth. What people are saying, hey, I'm sorry, y'all. What people are saying is time for a change. So the question is, will you get the change? What will happen in that moment that we start looking at some changes in Fort Worth? I gotta keep this up, y'all, because this right here is going down. This is what we should be talking about. We should be focusing on the real issues happening. And I gotta say a shout out to Anthony Alexander. I also gotta say a shout out to Mark Carter. Mark Carter, who works with at Mount Olive, and he's also a community director. And I also got to say a shout out to my mother, Minister Mary Valley, Dundre, and a lot of people that's tuning in to us right now. And again, in order to make the change, we have to have the right people in. So it's important that we focus on making sure we get the right leader. I talked about that last year when I was leading the march, how important it is for us to come together. And starting tomorrow night, we will definitely be coming on. Let me make sure I do this right now. I gotta put this on and making me world is bad. Starting tomorrow night, we gotta make sure we will start at 10 o'clock news. Tonight is just a preview of what's gonna be happening. Like I said, we're gonna have different people on the show. We're gonna be interviewing people live on the show at every night at 10. And when my show go off, you got the JR Band show be coming on, and they'll be taking over from 10:30 to 11:30. So we got a wonderful lineup coming up, y'all. So y'all get ready for that. It is definitely about to go down. But again, every night at 10 o'clock, we talk about some hot topics. Another thing we need to talk about: crime is up in Fort Worth. Crime is up in Dallas. Crime is up everywhere. But the question is, what are these candidates are going to do about the high crime? Chris Deborah told me, he said that he was concerned about the crime, but he said that he believes that getting more jobs is going to help. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that do you think it's going to help? Do you think that we're going to be able to really focus on trying to get the crime down? We just had a man that was murdered early Sunday morning, about 2:40 a.m. outside his apartment complex on Las Vegas Trail in Fort Worth. We still don't know the situation about that, but again, the man didn't die right then, but he died later at a local hospital. So again, we are not even in the summertime yet, and we're already getting all of this. We're already getting so much going on in Fort Worth, and we have to make a change of how we're going to do things. It's a must. It is a must that we make some changes in Fort Worth, and it's got to be for the better of our community. So again, we just gotta continue to focus on the most important thing, and the most important thing is making sure that we get the right people in office. Like I said last year, and I said it last year, and I say it again, we have to get the right people that's going to work. That's ready to work. Chris never said as soon as he get in, he's ready to work. That's what he said. He said as soon as he get in, he's ready to go to work for the people. He's already ready. So the question is now is who will be fit for the city council and who will work for the community? Who would not just talk about it, but be about it. Be about the changing. But another thing I need to also tell people, because one of the biggest things that Kelly the Great told me some years back, is that not enough people are coming out to these meetings. You got to participate in a meeting if you want change in Fort Worth. It's going to start out with people like you who say, hey, we need to get the change. We got to start coming together, and we got to start going to those meetings. Like Kelly Ray told me some years back, it ain't doing no good if you don't show up to the meeting. So who will be that cheerleader to make sure that the Black community start coming to those meetings? That's going to be very important. How do you get the people to come to the meeting? What I did, we offer refreshments and we offer all stuff. But we also, here's what I did when I was vice president. How did we get the residents to come? Number one thing we did to get the residents to come is we continue to knock on doors. We continue to talk to people. We continue to focus on getting to know the community. We went to different places. You still gotta do that. So you can't sit up there and run for office if you don't continue to knock on the door, talk to the resident, let them know, hey, I'm the city council for your area, what you need, what's the biggest thing that you're concerned about. You gotta talk about those things. Those are gonna be very important. You gotta, even if you can't do it, you gotta be able to get the right people out to knock on doors every day. And not every day, but once a week, once a month, to be able to get them involved. Well, what can I do for you? What is your biggest concern? So you got to be able to communicate with the people. You can't just sit up there and run for office and then you get in and then you don't say nothing else. Now, I'm in office, you got to come to me. Did that make any sense? It don't make any sense to me. So in the future, anybody that's running for office, shout out to Chris Nettle, who's doing a super job and making sure he get out there. And he's getting backing by Dominique from Dallas is backing him. There's other big people that are backing him. Kelly Ray, she's been doing it for years, and she's a heavy fighter, so she's gonna do everything she can to make sure she get it. And so again, we want to make sure that we get the right people working with us in the community. And so we're gonna make sure, and I'm gonna try to get Kelly Gray, and I'm gonna try to get Chris Nettle on the show so they can talk to us about the important thing here at Channel 49 TV. We want to know what is the most important thing that you want to fight for. What are you looking for to fight for? This is something we have to talk to the community about, and we have to be real. So again, we got several people running for mayor, and we got Maddie Parker. So who will benefit the community? Because I don't want to see you putting all this money on West 7th Street and you're not putting any money in an inner city neighborhood. We need some of that money to be into the inner city neighborhood in Fort Worth. What are you going to do to bring that type of money to our community? This is one of the biggest problems. We got to bring that money into the inner city. And right now, the kids are struggling. Some kids are behind because of because of this coronavirus thing. So we got to come up with ways to make it work in this community. And so my biggest thing here at Channel 49 TV, we're going to be getting to the source. We want to know what the community wants and their plans. Every night at 10 o'clock, that's our focus. Our focus is to make sure that we get the right people in office to make sure that they do what they're supposed to be doing. Because a lot of the time you don't see that. You don't see a lot of this stuff that's happening. So we as a community have to make sure that we get the right people in office to be able to talk about this stuff. Shout out to Mark Carter, who does a great job with the youth. Bring some of that money, revenue into Mark Carter's area. You got Angelico, who's doing a fantastic job in the Black community. We need this money to be diverse, working in the Black community, because we spend all this money and we don't have enough money to be able to focus on what we're focusing on. So it's important that we bring the right community, the right people in office at the right time. So again, at 10 o'clock at night, we want to focus on those issues that's happening in Fort Worth. If you're talking about it, You better believe we're gonna be talking about it too. So again, that's what it's all about. If we're gonna call ourselves community, if we're going to be fair, we can't just put all that money on West 7th Street. And we have a serious problem on Las Vegas Trail. Some of that money needs to be used to figure out what is happening on Las Vegas Trail, but all that money is going. We got so many people in that area who are dying by gunshot. The gun violence is on a rise in Fort Worth. And so the question is, what are we going to do to make sure that we allocate that money to those neighborhoods who are in desperate need? Okay. We got serious problems on Las Vegas Trail. We got people that are dying every day. We just had a man early this morning, around 2:40 a.m., who was gunned down and later died at a local hospital. We still don't know who he is, but he was outside the apartment complex on Las Vegas Trail, and they said he passed away later at the hospital. The gun violence on the rise, and that should be the number one thing that Deborah people focus on. That should be the number one thing that Maddie Parker focus on, is how do we get the crime down? How do we focus on what we need to focus on? This is the problem in Fort Worth. We gotta have the right people in office that can make a change. So my question is, what are we gonna do to make the change? You're either gonna be there, you're either gonna work with the community, or you're not. But the bottom line is, we must get the right people in office that is going to make a difference. And if we can't do that, we are in trouble. So my thing is, let's focus on the real issue. We're gonna take a quick commercial break right here on Channel 49 TV. And when we come back, we're gonna talk about more hot topics right here, Channel 49 News.
Take the pressure off your kidneys and your health. High blood pressure is a second leading cause of kidney failure after diabetes. If you have high blood pressure, you're at risk for chronic kidney disease, which can lead to kidney failure. Kidney disease also increases your chances of stroke, heart attack, and death. Early-stage kidney disease usually has no symptoms. The good news is healthy lifestyle habits that help you manage high blood pressure also help protect your kidneys. Take medications as prescribed. Aim for a healthy weight. Select healthier foods and beverages. Quit smoking. Aim for at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Reduce stress and make physical activity part of your routine. For more information about the link between high blood pressure and kidney health, visit niddk.nih.gov.
We live in uncertain times. However, there is one thing you can be certain of: the men and women of the United States Postal Service. We're here to deliver cards and packages from loved ones, and also deliver the peace of mind of knowing that essentials like prescriptions are on their way. Every day, all across America, we deliver for you, and we always will.
If you and your family plan to move soon, you'll be pleased to know that moving is considered an essential service by the federal government. To keep consumers and movers healthy and safe during the pandemic, the American Moving and Storage Association offers some facts and tips. For example, it's wise to work directly with your movers to determine the best time and method for your move. The moving company will alert you if there are any disruptions in service as a result of state guidance. Consider asking if your professional mover can provide a virtual estimate rather than one based on an in-home visit. Notify the movers if anyone in your household may have contracted coronavirus. Try to provide your moving crew access to a sink, soap, and paper towels throughout your move. If this isn't practical, provide hand sanitizer or wipes. Consider deep cleaning your new home before unpacking to mitigate further the risk of contracting disease. To learn more, go to moving.org and follow at AMSAPROMOVER on social media.
Take the pressure off your kidneys and your health. High blood pressure is a second leading cause of kidney failure after diabetes. If you have high blood pressure, you're at risk for chronic kidney disease, which can lead to kidney failure. Kidney disease also increases your chances of stroke, heart attack, and death. Early-stage kidney disease usually has no symptoms. The good news is healthy lifestyle habits that help you manage high blood pressure also help protect your kidneys. Take medications as prescribed. Aim for a healthy weight. Select healthier foods and beverages. Quit smoking. Aim for at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Reduce stress and make physical activity part of your routine. For more information about the link between high blood pressure and kidney health, visit niddk.nih.gov.
All right, y'all, welcome back to Channel 49 TV News. And again, tonight's the first night, but like I say, we're very excited because we're going to have different people coming on the program. We're going to talk about some very important topics. And I'm very honored to shout out to our main man who is working with us as well. We're going to be working with Anthony Alexander, who is with Find Out What Missing. We're going to get him on the show. And we're working on getting a lot of interesting people. We're excited not only about that, but we're also excited about a lot of the new programs that's coming on. We got the Stephen Davis show that comes on weekends at 7 o'clock. So y'all make sure y'all check that show out. He's got a lot of interesting guests. We are working on an interview with him very soon. Also, we got other different new programs coming up, and we're very excited to bring you some of those shows and stuff because it's important that we bring a lot of the Black-owned programs. And we also shout out to Will, who has a sports show that's going to be coming back on Sundays. And I'm actually going to be hosting a new sports show. Me and Dundre is working on that. So we'll keep you posted on that as we get more details about that. And again, we're just excited about so much going on. We don't got but a few minutes. Excited about some of the big things that's going on Sunday night. Now, next Sunday night, we won't be coming on. We'll just be coming on Monday through Friday. But this is just a pre what can you expect on Sunday, y'all? Again, the biggest thing, let's finish talking about it. Deborah people is running for mayor. And I believe that the African-American community is very excited this time about Deborah people. Let's get her elected and let's get her to do the job that she wants to come and do. Again, early voting for the runoff election will be May the 24th. You probably see it on TV screen right now. May the 24th through June the 1st. Now, if y'all like me, I like to get mine on over with. So I definitely do early vote. Don't let nobody tell you that early voting don't happen, because when you vote early, that gives you an opportunity to not worry about nothing. That means that June the 5th, when June the 5th comes, I ain't got to worry about rushing to go vote. I may say, I forgot to go vote. I don't have to do all that because I had already did my early vote. So I would definitely be doing mine next week. It's not this week, but next week is early voting, and we need to make sure that we get everybody out there that's going to vote. Yeah, I'm telling you, it is important that we practice voting. So all the young people out there tuning in to us, everybody out there tuning in to us, we got to get out there and we got to make a difference. You can't talk about change if you're not part of the change. Now, the biggest, how do you be part of the change? You get out there and vote. You got to understand, people, so many people have died for you to have a right to vote. It was one time women couldn't even vote. It was times where nobody could vote. And that's why it's so important that we get together and we practice voting. The key word is practice voting. I'm going to say it one more time. The key word is practicing voting. We must be the change in our community. Okay, so that's important. Again, we're going to start having guests on the show, but tonight we just kind of wanted to talk about why it's so important that we get the community out there and vote. Shout out to Mark Carter, who's a big fan. He follows me no matter if I'm doing radio, no matter if I'm doing TV, he follows me. Also, shout out to the Stephen Davis Show. Came on tonight. It'll come on every Sunday night at 7 and every Saturday night at 7. So y'all make sure y'all check out the Stephen Davis Show right here on Channel 49 TV network. And again, we're very excited about the change coming to Channel 49 TV. And I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not wearing this tomorrow, y'all. My boss said wear it, but I can't wear this because for some reason it keep on going down. But anyway, remember, y'all, Channel 49 TV, we need you guys to make sure that you help us. Check us out every night at 10 o'clock right here on Channel 49, where we are making a difference. Shout out to Stephen Davis Show. Y'all check him out on weekends at 7 o'clock. And also check out everybody that comes on out here. We're doing it real big. Remember, if it is to be, it's up to you to make a difference. Good night. We'll see you tomorrow night for the first official new TV show, Channel 49 TV News. Good night. Wait a minute, what am I thinking about? He said no. I'm sorry, y'all. We're supposed to go to no, yeah, I'm like, this live TV, y'all. You never know what's gonna happen on live TV. Good night, y'all.